How do you learn who you really are? It's not found in books, it's found on the battlefield. Let's lock shields on this thing. How many of you guys have been hearing us talk about our four pillars, but then they're like, how the fuck do I do that one? If you don't know my four pillars, the four pillars that we do in the Warrior's Way starts with awareness, acceptance, accountability, authenticity. Now, we get into a lot of accountability talk because leadership requires radical accountability. If you're going to be a good leader, it's got to be like, if it fucks up, it's on me. That's leadership, right? We got to take an awareness training. We have to do awareness training. It's the very first weapon that you learn when you're doing warrior training is awareness. You cannot make a decision that you don't know exists. I can't choose something that I can't see. So I have to have the awareness of going, damn, there's my option. There's my option. There's my choice. Free will is a real thing. Then we have to work through grieving. Blessed are those who mourn. We have to learn how to grieve effectively. If loss is the hardest thing for human beings to go through, then we get good at the hardest thing. So we work on acceptance. When you go through your grieving system, it's denial, bargaining, anger, sadness, acceptance. That's the way out through grieving. You go through the middle to accept what is. This goes into the different belief systems that you guys have. That means life is happening to me. Our victims in here are nice guys. Life is happening for me, the guys who start taking the accountability of growth, progress, potential, until you get to a certain point where you're leveled out on mind, heart, body, spirit, and you come to a level of enlightenment. That means life is happening. This sounds simple, guys. This takes years to get to. This took me years to get to before I could have radical acceptance on that's happening. Not good, not bad, not angry, not sad. It is. And I see that. Now I choose. Once you learn how to get through very difficult things, very, very difficult things, now life happens through you. And this is how you become a mentor, a teacher. I've done this. I've gone through that. I've overcome this. I understand it in every capacity. Now I have the competency to teach. Now you see acceptance. Very important. This is the key element for the mind side on warriors training. That's why we have to do that. The one I want to talk about today is the one that we probably talk about the least, but it's one of the most important ones. It's the first 6 sections of warrior training, but I want to really get into it today. And I want to talk about the danger and the pain that it causes when you do this one wrong. Talking about authenticity. Simple word, right? It's a simple word. We can get into identity, like who do I think I am? It's a really funny thing. Who do I believe I am? Who do I feel I am? These are very interesting conversations. And a lot of you guys, especially, well, both sides, it's both nice guys and bad boys, have both fallen into this element of who do I need to be to belong? Who do I need to be liked? Who do I need to be or what do I need to act like to get what I want? These are interesting questions. Interesting questions. Who do I need to be? What do I need to be for you to approve of me? External validation. What a fun one, external validation. If you guys haven't caught on, all of you guys who need other people to tell you that you're good are struggling. Have you guys caught on to this? Anybody caught on that what do I need to compromise about myself for you to like me has been a losing equation? Have you guys caught on? I'll continue. I believe validation is a leash. It's not love, it's not belonging. It's the leash. It's so I can control you. I can control you. As soon as you need my approval and you need acceptance from somebody else, I need you to tell me I'm okay. You're not you anymore. A man who needs to be seen in order to feel real is already owned. You're not free. If somebody, I need you to tell me I'm good. I need you to tell me I'm good enough. I need you to tell me that I'm okay. I need you to let me know that I'm good. You're easy to own. I can control you, manipulate you. So do women. So do parents. So do bad friends. You're easy to manipulate because you're easy to compromise who you are to try to get what you want. It's an ironic system that you guys would do self-destruction for personal gain. I am aware that I'm dropping nuclear bombs on you guys right now, so this may be flying over your head. It's amazing and ironic that you guys will destroy yourself. I'll hurt me. I'll cut off my arms, cut off my legs. I'll change what I look like. I'll change my attitude. I'll change my delivery. I'll change my voice. I'll change everything for personal gain. Who's getting personal gain? You destroyed you to get more for you? That's a contradiction. Earl Burroughs. It's a snake eating its own tail. It doesn't work. You think you're digesting something to get nutrients, but you're eating yourself. That's not love. It's not belonging. I want to give you guys a piece here to think about. And I talked about this just a second ago with Scott. The moment you need no one's praise, they begin to crave yours. It's a very important thing. The moment you start being who you really are, people want you to tell them they're good. Do you see how you outgrow this? When you're really being you, and I don't need the approval of others for me to be me, then people want the approval from you. That's bananas, right? I hope you guys are seeing that's crazy. As soon as I don't give a shit what someone says about me, people start giving a shit about what I say about them. Why? Well, because you're at least being truthful or honest. That's a very interesting thing, right? Here, I want to try and train my guys to not need that. We look out for each other. We build each other up. We'll praise each other, but not because I need it, but because I honestly and sincerely appreciate you. Or I'm very proud of you. I am very proud of you. I'm proud of you guys all the time. But you shouldn't require that or change yourself to get that. This is a benefit or a perk of being you who you really are. When you no longer need it, it starts to matter more. But as soon as you live by, hey, I need dad's approval. I need mom's approval. I need my brother's approval. I need Rick's approval. I need Ty's approval. I need Gerald's approval. I need someone to tell me I'm good enough. Tell me I'm okay. Tell me I'm good. That's your leash. Now you're easy to control. I can yank your leash on you. You cannot trust a liar. You guys know that, right? I can't trust a liar, and yet we lie to be trusted. We put on a mask, we put on a persona, we'll change ourselves, we'll be something different so somebody will like and trust me. Isn't that funny? It's hard for me to trust somebody I know who's lying, but I lie to be trusted, and I'll tell you what I want you to hear, and I'll act like how I think you want me to act, so that way you'll trust and love me. I'm showing you guys the paradoxes of inauthenticity. As soon as you start being fraudulent, everything starts to fall apart. So if a liar can never be loved, there will always be a disconnect. This is either from others or from yourself. So if you're playing a role and you're acting like something that you're not, in order to get love and approval, even if you get love and approval, it's not you receiving it. It's your persona. It's your fake thing. It's my mask. It's my fake identity. It's like, I'm badass, even though I'm terrified. Like, it's the lying that you think that you're going to get loved for. And the worst thing that can ever happen to you guys, and this happens for women all the time, the worst thing that happens is when it works. Because now you got to keep being fake. You have to keep the roll up. You have to keep the character going. You have to keep being a fraud in order to continue the charade. Eventually, over years, the imposter syndrome and the stuff starts to crack. I'm not really being me. And everyone likes me for not being me, which shows how much I hate myself. It's a sad story, you guys. It's a sad story. I don't like me, so I started being someone else. And then they like someone else that I started being. And so now I have to keep acting like I'm that, even though that's not me. Man, how could I ever be me again? A lot of you guys are so afraid of being, you're more afraid of being alone than you are of being fake. Think about this for a second. You're more afraid of being alone than you are of being fake. So you'll be fake so you're not alone. But then if they love something that's fake, it's not you, so you feel even worse. I'm trying to show you how this doesn't work. When I make your awareness very high on this system, you have to start looking at this and going, I know that this isn't going to work. Like drinking poison. Like, I know this will make me sick. I got to stop drinking this. And I want you guys very aware that this is poison. Okay. But validation, that's a weakness that's easily exploited and manipulated. If I need you to tell me I'm good, it's easy to trick you. It's easy to use you. It's easy to manipulate you. It's easy to get you to compromise yourself. It's easy to get you to shut the fuck up. It's easy to get you to sit the fuck down. It's easy to get you to do whatever I fucking tell. Go do your fucking chores. It's easy for me to manipulate you because you're easily controlled because you need me to tell you you're good enough. And so you'll destroy who you are to be loved, to belong, to be accepted, to be validated. Then it's not even you receiving it. Failed system. The quote I saw is that validation is the drug of the weak. And I don't mean drug of the weak like W-E-E-K, weak, W-E-A-K. A weak man's drug is validation. We train strong men here. We train you guys to be individuals. I train you to be nonconformist. I train you to be independent, autonomous, powerful, authentic. You. Because being you makes you worthy to stand next to. It makes me able to look you in the eye and go, I could trust you because you're you. You're not playing a role. You're not pretending a part. You're not trying to trick me or schmooze me into some sort of leadership. Leadership is to be followed, not to be commanded by somebody who doesn't have any type of integrity or accountability. I couldn't follow that person. And anybody who's ever had a shitty boss knows what I'm talking about. Tells you what to do and they don't do it. Someone who tells you to be on time, but they're late every day. You've seen it. You know the frauds. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I want to point out that this deception isn't free, you guys. Lying to yourself about who you are is very, very expensive. And it falls into self-betrayal. And the self-betrayal curse is brutal. It's a nasty, nasty curse. It's nasty because betrayal fucking hurts. Anybody here ever had a betrayal in their life? Had a best friend stab them in the back? Have a girl cheat on them? Have somebody fucking use you and take your shit? Have somebody, just somebody you trusted. Could be a parent, could be a sibling, could be a best friend. Somebody fucking took advantage of your goodness, of your kindness, of your generosity, of your love. They took advantage of somebody's innocence, took advantage of somebody's vulnerability. They took advantage. They did, and they fucking took. Those betrayals sting. I'd be hard pressed that those betrayals hurt worse than you betraying who you are, though. Self-betrayal and betraying your own potential. There's a funeral involved. The death of who you really are so you can pretend to be something you're not. What a weird funeral to go to. This is where depression starts to kick in. This is where identity disorders start to kick in. This is where the living in denial kicks in. This is where your entire life becomes an infrastructure of deceit. You doubt who you are. You don't believe in yourself. You're constantly worried about being exposed. And then you'll distract everybody with deflections to try to keep them away from your lies. This is avoidance, by the way. Avoid dance. This means there's a hole in my soul and I need to keep you the fuck away, and I will dance in any way I can to keep you away from that hole. Avoidance is weakness. So betrayal is a deep wound, and no wound hits harder, nor is harder to heal than the betrayal of yourself. So when your deception is your worth, if your worth comes from your lies, then how much are you worth? If your value comes from your deception, then how much is your value? You guys chew on this shit. I know I'm slamming nuclear bombs on you guys today, but this is some real shit. You guys have all done this. Your mask is your prison. Your control is your jailer. Your authenticity is a sales pitch. You're just trying to sell me something, right? Now, if you guys look, this is all built from like the enemy within. These are all trying to be challenged by the enemy within. This is doubt, this is fear. And your false identity is the enemies. They all start to work together. Your fear is when you start compromising yourself. Your deceit is trying to think that you're in control of others when you're not in control of yourself. The doubt, it starts to rip your worth apart, and you have to try and change that completely. The distraction goes into the denial of self. And then you start to decay when you start to believe your lies. Who you are decays. You start to rot and wonder why my relationship isn't working. I wrote this last year and it still holds true. We are only as limited as your lies you choose to believe. I'll say it again slower. We, all of us, are only as limited as the lies you choose to believe. That means when you're the weak link in the phalanx, we all suffer from your deceit. Your family suffers, your relationship suffers, your friendships suffer, your work suffers, everything starts to suffer. I'm trying to give you guys some pieces here to get the way out of here and pay attention to certain dynamics too, especially with our relationships. Don't seek approval, validation, and let others define your worth. Sounds simple, but most of you guys have never lived a life not trying to be what other people tell you to be. Sit down, be quiet, shut up, raise your hand, wear this outfit. Do it this way, be here, do that. Say this, look like that, change this. Don't say that, sit down. Some of this sounds like I'm training a dog. Anything but be you. When you play a role to be loved, you will never be loved. And then women sense the deception, for it's also their deceptions. Any of my nice guys in here have been fucking bulldozed by this one. I want to point something out with our ladies, by the way. This is something you guys should see. Women can see this deception a mile away because it's their mask. That's what they do. Any of my nice guys here who think they're going to trick the trickster hasn't worked out, has it? Because they fucking rip you guys apart. They rip you guys the fuck apart. Isn't it funny that when you do as they do, they find their own behavior very unattractive? You guys may not have caught what I said. Women find their own behavior unattractive. So when any of you guys try to outwoman a woman, they fuck you up because you're fraudulent. You can't outfraud that fraud. She's like, I do that. You can't trick me with that. I'm just going to be meaner to you. And then they'll rip you apart from the inside out because you're fucking fake. But again, why did you do that? You fear being alone more than you fear being fake. Your authenticity is compromised. That's what Zach said in here is any man who will compromise his authenticity is a man who cannot be trusted. He's a betrayer of himself. He's a betrayer of his potential. He's a betrayer of his word. He's a betrayer of his integrity. He's a betrayer. I can't trust you. If you want to be loved, you have to be trustworthy. You have to have integrity. You have to have consistency. Be who you really are. Be you. It's better. Yeah, but what if they don't like me? Good. Good. Because what's the other price? Destroy you so they like you? Wait out. Destroy yourself so they like you. That's funny, right? I heard of this concept. They say that this individualization is a lonely thing because you won't be accepted by the other liars. You know, the crowd, the masses, all the people around you, people from work, people from wherever won't accept you if you're an individual. It depends too. Like if your individualization really is like you're a fucking cunt, that's a different thing completely. If you're like, my individualization is I steal everybody's things and I'm mean to people, you're like, well, you're just a shitty dude anyways, then that's not even a mask. You suck. Level up, man. But I have to challenge it a little bit. I said the more that you embrace authenticity, the more that you can actually really be loved. You'll be lonely as an authentic you. I'm like, or will you be able to accept love as it is really you who's accepting it. And you'll attract other people who are also attracted to authenticity and real. I think that it's the other way around. While it may be lonely in comparison to being accepted by liars, it's the only way I see you can actually be accepted by a lover. Don't be fake so you can really be loved. But if you're a fraud, so is your relationship. If I change me for her feelings, she's going to lose respect for you because you stop being you because of what, a weather pattern? You're that easy to manipulate, that easy to change, that easy to control? How could I ever respect you? That's how they see you. This is why it's very funny because you see how the projection element of this works. When people start to do that shit, they judge. The people will judge. And I think that projection, I've seen it called a thief because it steals reality to replace it with an illusion. You may not have caught that. Judging others poorly for having the same behavior that they have. This is a very funny projecting. I'm projecting on you. I don't like what you're doing, even though I do it. I'm going to reject you for doing what I do. I removed reality here to create an illusion that somehow I'm an authority and I'm good while I do the same thing you do and you're bad. This projection is ironic. And so it's funny when you see a liar mad about being deceived. I feel like I'm flying over you guys' fucking heads today. A liar got mad because somebody tried to deceive them. That's funny, right? Okay, how about a fraud gets pissed off when they catch somebody who's has a false persona? You're fucking fraud. It's like, you're a fraud. Well, I don't talk about me. You're bad. You're a piece of shit. I'll judge you, even though that's my whole MO, right? How about a hate monger calling the disapproval from another injustice? This is a person who hates everybody or hates something all day long and then gets mad that somebody didn't approve of them. Are you seeing the silliness of projection? The projection will sell a lie with word, but then tell the truth with behavior, though. You guys may not be. It sells the lie with my words. I say one thing, but the more I'm pushing, like, I hate that you do that, and you're bad because look at my behavior, because it's showing how I hate and it's showing how I judge. Don't you see the irony to my projection of inauthenticity? I don't like me, so that's why I'm mean to you. Silly, right? I'm in authority because I'm just shittier than you are. These patterns are hysterical to me. Hating someone for doing exactly what you do is ironic. But people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. Why do you think we train so hard on this? Why do you think we talk so hard on this? People will do anything to avoid going into who am I really? Do you know why? Because accountability gets kicked back in again. Now you got to jump back in to accountability. Well, now that I can have the awareness of seeing who I really am, now I have to have acceptance of who that is so I can make better choices to be accountable for who I'm going to choose to be from now on. You're seeing how the four pillars fit together. Just so you guys know, big reason for why these things fail, especially relationships, is people don't look at the authenticity as a good thing. They look at love instead of connection. They look at it as possession. Now that I got you, I have to make you what I want you to be, like you own them or something. It's a very silly thing. And the more you avoid the truth, or the more the team avoids the truth, the more that we create a lie that we are in control. That means the more we think we control, the louder the lie becomes. I'm going to say that again because some of you guys, your entire fucking life died because of this, okay? The more we avoid truth, we avoid having needed conversations, authenticity, truth, the more I avoid who I really am, the more we create a lie that I'm in control. I omit information. I avoid conversations. I shut people down. I run away. I freeze up. I convince them and negotiate the conversation to go my way. All these control systems is very fucking loud that you're a liar. Remember, it's not the words, it's the behavior. And so the more that we control, the louder the lie becomes. I'm trying to get you guys to have a high awareness on control systems so you can see who's trying to manipulate each other and pull your leash. This way you don't fall for it. So the more I need to control everything externally, the more that we can see that I'm not in control internally. This means since I can't control me, I should be in control of everybody else. Well, since you don't know you, you're trying to tell everybody else how to be so they don't see you. You're a fraud. You're a liar. You don't have to be, though. It's not even useful for you. It's a lie that costs you. It's expensive to you. It hurts you. This short-term gain is costing you long-term pain, but you call it somehow a good investment strategy. Another lie. It's important to understand, guys, that your girls are measuring you by your potential. They love the idea of you, but they're wondering if you're ever going to live up to your own potential and break their idea of what they think you should be and be better because you're actually you. And any woman who doesn't like an authentic, good, truly good, strong male doesn't deserve one. So choose a good woman, not a woman who just she's hot, but she's fucking mean, man. Yeah, that's her mask. She's a liar, pretty on the outside, ugly on the inside. Find a person who's pretty on the inside and have their outside start to match because they're in a healthy relationship. Ask me how I know. So, if a man will change who he becomes, he'll start to become the role that she projects. I think you could be this, and I think you can be that. And I guarantee you, this room is filled with guys of like, I just tried to be what made her happy. I just tried to be to make her, I just wanted her happy. Whatever would make her happy, whatever she wanted, I would just do that. How'd it go? I bet you she wasn't fucking happy that you changed who you are for her idea. She lost respect for you because you're easy to compromise. She'll pull your fucking leash and just go, you should do that. And like, okay, yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. This is why I really dislike these old guys who go, what's the trick to a happy marriage? And they just say, you're always right, dear. Yes, dear. I guarantee you that's not a happy marriage. In fact, you guys have seen these guys. How many of you guys have seen a relationship where it's like, yes, dear, yes, dear? And you're like, I want that relationship. I want to be like that guy. They look really happy. The kids all have fucking disorders. Then most of them are estranged from their parents. Mom is doing reckless ass fucking shit. Dad sits on the couch with his tail tucked between his fucking legs all day. And we're going to say, yes, dear. And we call that happiness? She's miserable because you're a fucking coward. Why are you a coward? Because I chopped myself to pieces to make her happy. Did it work? I don't know. Ask her. Well, she resents the shit out of you for even doing that. So that looks like a good plan. So she resents you for not being who you are. And then you blame her for choosing to let her lead. You're the one who said you wanted all this shit. How easy was it to get you to just destroy yourself? How easy was it to get you to just destroy being whatever it is that you're meant to be, your potential, your dreams, your authenticity, your goals? They're all easily compromised. Easy to take something from someone who isn't even them. You're easy to control. You're easy to conform. The opposite of courage in today's society is not cowardice. It's conformity. Stop being who you are, and then I can tell you who you're allowed to be. Most of you fell in this. Go to school. Go to work. Do as you're told. Don't dream. Don't argue. Don't stand up. Don't fight back. Don't be you. Wear the brands I tell you to wear. Go to the places I tell you to go. Do what I tell you to do, and then you'll be loved. How'd that work out, guys? If your value comes from brands, then your entire value is a depreciating asset. That's a lot of nuclear bombs for this morning. If you guys watch this video 15 times, you'll get something different every time. I put probably 10 years of wake the fuck up in 30 minutes. I want to put this out there for you guys to have your awareness go way up on how much of me do I compromise for other people's opinions? How easily do I conform to a judgment of another person without qualification, without challenge? Is that real? Not real? Is that mine? Not mine? Is this authentic? Is it not authentic? You guys just conform. Here's a funny fact for you guys. They found this out during 2020. When they look at the studies on this, they found that literally half of the world population simply conforms, no questions, no critical thinking skills, zero. Whatever you're told to do, you just do it. You ask no questions at all. There is no opinion to be had, no individuality to be looked at. At least 50% just conform immediately, just half gone. Andrew said 70%. What ended up happening was there was still another like 20 to 30% that was like, we see it, but I'm threatened to lose my job. I'm threatened to lose my career. I'm threatened to lose my license. I'm threatened to lose my livelihood if I don't comply. And so then they chose compliance, even though they may not have agreed with it. And so that's where you're getting your 70, 75%. It was like, they'll just go along with the masses. Even if they don't agree with it, they'll still go. This is interesting as a psychologist. I'm looking at the behavior of this. I'm like, that's fucking fascinating how quickly you can just be conformed. It doesn't even have to be very much of a threat. It can just be a very simple one. You'll lose a privilege or you can't do it the way you used to do it. I have a friend who's a doctor, and she said as soon as they had to have her conform, she's like, I'm not conforming to that, and just stop that practice and started another practice. She's like, I'll start a holistic practice then. Say, this is wrong. You don't conform people this way. This isn't right. This goes against the American dream of freedom, choice, free will. And if you have to compromise your authenticity to make it so that other people will approve of you, who are you? This isn't a judgment. It's an observation. It's for you guys to go, damn, I have to talk to me about this. I have to look at me and ask me, like, how much of me do I compromise to make it so that I belong, I'm approved of, I don't get in trouble, which I think is fucking hysterical. You guys are grown ass men. I'm in trouble with who? Your mom? Your fucking teacher? Your wife? You're in trouble? You're grown up. You don't get in trouble anymore. We have conversations now. We have disagreements now. I'm not in trouble. I don't agree with you. I think it's funny that we avoid disagreement because we think that we're in control by being quiet and scared. Control of what? Your lies? It's awesome. This is real shit, guys. There's some real shit for you guys to think about. I'm going to leave it there because this is a lot of information in a very short time. Authenticity is a serious thing. It's a very serious thing. It's so serious, in fact, that if you look at the numbers right now, people who struggle with identity disorder have more than a 50% suicide rate. If you think there's something wrong with just what you are, I am bad for who I am, that's a serious problem. It's a serious problem. And when men have no hope, when men don't believe in themselves anymore, when men have no purpose, when they're not being who they really are, and they just I can't fake my way into being loved. I can't be what you want me to be. I can never be that. I can never be that. You start comparing yourself to all these things that are anything but what you really are meant to do, you start feeling useless. You start feeling worthless. You start feeling hopeless. Well, you stopped being you a long time ago. No wonder it's difficult to find fulfillment. You're trying to live a different life. Well, it's not yours. No wonder you can't find hope. You're a liar to you. No shit, it's fucking hard. You're lying to yourself all day. Of course it sucks. You don't have acceptance for things. You aren't being aware of your choices and being accountable to your decisions. And you definitely compromise your authenticity for your parents or your teachers or your girlfriend or your wife. Well, no wonder nobody respects you. You don't. It should be difficult to change you. Not evolve, but for me to control you. It should be difficult. As men, we have to be disagreeable. Not because we're mean or abusive or cruel, but because it's difficult to get me to conform without something that I agree to. Well, actually, that's a benefit, or that makes sense, or that feels authentic to me, or if I apply that, I can see how this would be a better value for my family. But if I ever start applying things because somebody has a judgment, how easy is it for me to pull your leash? Challenge everything. Ask hard questions. Why? Why that? Why do you believe that? Why are you doing that? How is it going? Is it working? Is it not working? Do I want the results that you have? I hope you guys all can level up this area of authenticity because it's very funny. The more that you know who you are, the less you give a fuck about what other people think. And the less that you give a fuck about what other people think, the more they care about what you think. Isn't that crazy? It's a slippery slope too, because some of you guys who are like, I don't give a fuck. And then people are like, well, then you're the man. You're the man, dude. You're awesome. You're like, I am. You're like, yeah, you're the man. And then it's real easy to slide back into their compliments, pull you right back in and needing validation again. Watch out. These are traps. It's a trick to pull you right back into conformity again. I want you guys to be aware of this so you can make better decisions, decisions that are yours.